Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. What a morning today. What a morning. It is truly good morning to everyone because it doesn't get better than this. I am Gargi Raut and joining me from Barbados is Ishan Shahane and Devashish Sen and of course Boria Mujumdar as well. It's not even been a complete 12 hours since we witnessed history, since we witnessed India lifting the T20 World Cup after 13 years. Virat Kohli hanging up his boots in T20 as Rohit Sharma doing the same. Devashish, Ishan, you were in the midst of it all. You witnessed history. First of all, Devashish, when India was taking the victory lap, I think we were screaming more for you because we could see you on TV than than the team at one point. But how does it feel? How was it like being in the middle of all those emotions?
It's quite a emotional feeling means for all means for whoever was present at the stadium or inside the ground means obviously it's took 10 long years for India to win a World Cup, and finally the moment arrived. And remember, in 1 year we have been into the ICC knockout for three times. So it was quite an emotional moment, not only for Rahul Dravid, which was his last assignment, and we could actually see Mohammad Siraj, Hardik Pandya, Rohit Sharma, literally crying like child. Means obviously Rohit Sharma then fell flat on the ground, and someone took him off. And these are moments, obviously, Rahul Dravid was also very emotional, and you could actually sense it, man. And it was a perfect farewell for Dravid. And having seen this team, having been obviously most of these players were under 19, were in the India A team where Dravid was at the NCA, having seen them, and then to coach them in the senior team, and eventually that World Cup. And so obviously, end of the day, and remember, Rahul Dravid himself missed a World Cup. He has never won a World Cup as a player. Now he can say that he has at least achieved a World Cup as a coach of the Indian team. So yes, it was a very emotional thing when the entire team was taking a what to say,
Victory lap.
guard of honor, lap of honor. Means obviously
Yes.
Hardik ran across to the stands. He took a he took a tricolor from one of the supporters, and everyone was seen with a tricolor, and that was the best part. Yes, and we could see immediately after this was so nice moment. Means both Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma, and then the three senior most guys. Obviously, moments after the presentation ceremony, actually, Rishabh Pant, he actually poured the full bottle of champagne on Rohit Sharma. See,
Yeah.
Raghu was so involved with this. Was actually Virat Kohli having a chat with someone of immediately after the match. So overall, means and it went on for almost 3 hours after the final got over. Means we were actually at the team hotel when the team arrived. There were so many fans at the lobby, means cheering for the Indian team. So and at night when we just arrived at our apartment of half an hour back, and the party is still going on. The Indian team is still having a private party. Rahul Dravid was there. The World Cup trophy, the trophy was taken inside the party. Jai Shah was there. The other board officials. Roger Bini was there. Roger Bini, remember, Roger Bini was at the ground, but it was Jai Shah who presented the medals to everyone. So both the BCCI president and the secretary were at the private party. It was supposed to be held outdoor by the poolside, but due to the tropical hurricane, obviously it has started pouring heavily. As we were coming back to our apartment, it has started pouring heavily. So that was the reason the party had to be done inside one of the restaurants. Galgi.
Oops, that was done maximum. But Debashish, I want to say incredible work on the ground. The pictures that you sent, we could look at it all day. They were so incredible, and l- one of them is already my lock screen, and it is never being changed again. Never. This is going with me to my grave. But incredible
Uh,
work. Thank you so much for those amazing pictures. Ishan, you were in the crowd. First of all, tell us about the energy after the match. You found out through our live that Virat Kohli was retiring, and after that, how did the crowd react when they finally came out?
Just as I think everyone was just super ecstatic. Yeah, the people are dancing, cheering, hugging, crying. It's one of those things which you can only experience when you're at that moment and when you're at that ground. For me, it's a special moment. So I would like to thank Boryada as well for sending me. The tour's come to an end. It's been a long tour, and to top it up with this sort of win, it's an incredibly special moment. So I feel. For me and everyone who was present, it was one of those moments where it probably won't happen too often in your life. So when it happens, you want to try and be as present in that moment and enjoy that moment as much as possible. So that's what we did. I think the fans, the journalists, whoever was present, looked to enjoy that moment to the fullest, and it was amazing. I've never experienced something like this in my life. It's my first tour. Before this, I've never seen too many matches, to be honest. So I've started my career in journalism 8 months back, and that's how it started for me. So I haven't seen too many matches. I haven't seen a World Cup game, a World Cup final. So for me, everything was so new and it was special. I think just absolutely incredible. The fans were ecstatic, and the amount of joy that they get from just seeing your teammates, your players do well, your other individuals do well is just fantastic. I feel seeing your team doing well makes you happy is a special feeling. So just an incredible feeling all around, Gagi. And obviously, that match had its twists and turns. There was a moment where everybody was pretty worried about what's going to happen. Henrik Larsson seemed dangerous, but again, all those moments, small moments like those catches, getting Bumrah, Hardik's last over, all came together as one and ended up being the perfect sort of ending that Team India wanted. So the atmosphere was fantastic. The Caribbean in itself tends to give out a very vibrant atmosphere, and that was seen on the match day as well. The streets were, to be honest, I think the crowds came in much later. When I came out during the live show, there were not too many people. But after that, the visuals that I sent, you could see that everyone was dancing, everyone was cheering, just incredible.
You can tell by the pictures how much emotions there are, how many emotions there are. You can feel it from the picture. But Mayak Madani is saying, "Good morning, guys. Literally cried the whole night. My childhood. Rohit and Virat retired from T20 as दो घंटे ही सो पाया बस फिर से उठ गया." I think that's all of us right now. But I want you to react to this comment, Boria. Good morning, guys. वो कहावत याद आ गई. बहुत कुछ गलत होगा सब कुछ सही होने से पहले. God was kind today. This win was personal.
It is a personal win for every Indian. It is a personal win for 1.3 billion people,
Yeah.
130 crore people. But let me put it on record one after the other. Devashish and Ishan, you should be proud of what you did. Devashish to lead the coverage, Ishan to back him up and do what you did in terms of photographs, videos, writing, moving from one place to the other. You did not have chartered flights. You had logistical challenges. These are important moments in your career. Devashish, I know you've been there, done that for a long time, but I also think you've turned a leaf as a journalist this World Cup. To come in front of the camera like every day, like you did, I don't think you've ever done. So in your career, this will be a milestone like every other cricketer, whether it's Rohit, whether it's Virat, whether it's anyone. Ishan, to start off like this is like Rohit Sharma in 2007. You will only go from strength to strength from here on. I will wish that you will continue with Rev Sports for a good decade and more and go from better to best. But for a start like this, absolutely amazing. The photos that you sent, Devashish, each photo speaks a million words. Each does. As Gargi very rightly put it, all of us were seeing you on telly as we were doing the lives and getting emotional. Through your eyes, in the ground, we were living the moment. It was our prism through your eyes. We were seeing what was going on. We were experiencing what was going on through your eyes and through your lens. And then when you and Ishan sent us those visuals from the team hotel, which we played real time, be it South Africa, be it India, be it Rishabh Pant calling you Chacha as he walked in, these are incredible moments that none of us will ever forget who are sports fans, leave alone cricket fans. So great job done. Great job done. And I also think that Ishan and Devashish, you've witnessed one of those games which happens once in a lifetime. It was South Africa's match to lose. They blew it. 28 of 27 balls with 6 wickets in hand. You win 99 times out of 100 when Klaasen was going. And then that Bumrah over for 4. Then Hardik picks Klaasen. All hell breaks loose and India wins from there. Nobody would have expected this to happen. It was as if the script was written above for Rohit, Rahul Dravid, and Virat Kohli. Great moments. Each one of us. I mean, I have not slept at all. I was writing, I was talking, I was in touch with you all. But then why do you want to sleep? Because such a night will come once or twice in your lifetime. And you have to soak in every moment that you guys were there. It was Gargi's I was there moment hosting this show. It was mine to be able to put this all together as a team. I think this country needed this. Our cricket needed this. Rohit Sharma, after 2 finals and failures, needed this. Rahul Dravid, this. Virat Kohli, after all the criticism. Ultimately, good boys do come first. Ultimately, good boys do come first, and good things happen to good people. So, what a country, what a morning to wake up to for everybody as people watch our show. The truth is, sport is the opiate of the masses. You tell me, Ishan, the people who were there out there in Barbados. Gargi, you tell me the ones who were out there in Delhi. Devashish, the ones in the team hotel. Did you know which caste? Did you know which religion? Did you know who was rich, who was poor? Did you know who belonged to what sect or any kind of division? You did not know any of it. All you knew was these are Indian supporters who believe in the blue billion. That's why sport is a unifier. That is why sport is unique. It will bring us all together and remove all the toxicity. Fantastic stuff.
Incredible from both Devashish and Ishan. Devashish, I'd like to ask you, it was the second India won that match. Rohit Sharma was on the ground, flat on the ground, on his face down in the ground, and you could see it throughout. Even after during the victory lap when he was doing the interview with the host broadcaster, he could barely speak. How much does this mean to Rohit Sharma? I'm asking you because you've seen it through your own eyes. You didn't see it through pictures or TV. You were there.
Yeah, it was not all only about Rohit, even Virat. But there was a moment when Virat actually called Rohit. And by that time Bumrah was next to him. He called, "Arey, Ro," means obviously he calls him by Ro. So and Rohit was there, and all three of them, they stood together and clicked a picture. Hardik was quite emotional, and in the moments after he's posted that Instagram story where he said that a 17-year-old boy from Baroda going on to live the World Cup, given the pressure he was in just a few months back in the IPL, and to be performing the way he has done means that incredible. That final over from Hardik Pandya, and we talk about Jasprit Bumrah, obviously spearheading that. His wife was there, Sanjana. Obviously, he was part of the ICC TV. She was at the ground to interview her. And talk about Kuldeep Yadav. Even talk about Rinku Singh was there. Rinku Singh, he was unfortunately he was not part of that 15-member squad, but he did say that he would like to win a World Cup on this trip, and that his dream was fulfilled. And he wrote he did tweeted that God is kind means obviously, and Khalil Ahmed, Rinku Singh, who were the standby, they were also called upon. Roger Bini, BCCI President Roger Bini was there, Jai Shah was there, Arun Dhumal was there, all other board officials were there, and it was quite an emotional moment, and that lap of honor, means unbelievable moment, means I have never witnessed such. Means obviously we have seen a Shah Rukh Khan lap of honor when it comes to IPL matches for KKR at the Eden Gardens, but to witness it live on the ground, and it was something. But this was the picture I was talking. I see Raghu. Raghu was not a part of the throwdown on this World Cup during this entire one month. Raghu was not part of the throwdown. Means obviously due to some reasons or other, but he was even called with a tricolor. Rohit Sharma putting the flag on the Kensington Oval is a statement. Means obviously, eventually he won a World Cup, which means that to me was the best picture. It's Rohit with hanging on a Indian flag and putting it on the ground of the Kensington Oval. And all in all, it was a great journey. It's last 1.5 minutes. We are actually the time passed away like anything. Means, and it was quite hectic as well. But we thoroughly enjoyed this journey with the Indian team.
Ishan, and you found out through the live, about Virat Kohli's retirement from T20Is. Later, after I think half an hour, we found out about Rohit Sharma as well. But these two legends, our generation, we grew up watching them. I think we all picked up a bat or two because of them. How does it feel?
Yeah, very emotional, Gagi. I think extremely emotional. Something that probably we didn't expect it to take place right after. So, a very emotional moment. But at the same time, I feel it's perfectly apt. I think it's that perfect farewell for two champions who've done so much for Indian cricket to get. Both of these two have been there since a really long time. Rohit Sharma since 2007. And Virat Kohli right after that as well in 2008. So they've played a lot of cricket together. They've seen the good and the bad of the Indian team. They've seen it through the highs and lows, and of course, this T20 was that perfect stage for them to end it all in a like just in the best way possible with this win. So it could not have been done better. It's emotional for sure. When you think about players like Virat and Rohit, you think that they're going to go on and play forever, and it's never going to end. But eventually, everything has to come to an end. So it doesn't hit you until it really happens. So I think that's what happened today. I think for a lot of fans as well, they were emotional. They were happy with that win, but they were also very emotional that they won't see two champions play together once again. So it, it it's definitely something that will sting a lot of fans, but this is how it is. I think you got to make way for the next gen to come in and perform as well. This is how it works. But hats off to the both of them. They've done themselves proud and they've done the whole country proud, and no better way to end it all, Gagi.
Even great songs come to an end. So this is how it is. Virat and Rohit no longer in T20Is, but that's all right. We'll take a lot. We have a lot of questions actually, so we'll take some of them. Amartya Chakravarti is asking, "Good morning, guys. Kal koi roya kya?" I was very close. If I wasn't on the show, I would have cried for sure. I, I would have started bawling. Avantika is bold comment here. Buriada, I don't think Kohli deserved man of the match. Come on. It was Hardik who deserved it. Kohli's innings was really bad. Actually, he should have started hitting at 12 or gotten retired hurt. No, 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 Avantika. I
Let's
don't
put
know.
it in perspective. Let's put it in
Yeah.
perspective. You know, you won by 7 runs, and that last burst between 50 and 76, where he got those 20-25 runs in some 10 balls, ultimately did the difference for India. Had it not been that burst of Kagiso Rabada, a few sixes, one straight six, that sort of kind of pulled towards fine leg, India would not have won the match. So if you actually see, that was the defining 25 runs in that innings. Should he have started hitting? The question is, it was not the chase, it was the innings to put it together. Had he been out at that point, you did not have anyone to hold it. It was not a conventional innings. 45 for 3 in the power play with Rohit gone, Pant gone, Surya gone. It was not a conventional innings. And with Shivam Dubey and Hardik Pandya and Akshar Patel, I thought Akshar Patel played a blinder, played an absolute blinder. I thought Kohli did the perfect act of putting it all together. Player of the match, you can say it. You can absolutely say it because Hardik finished with a boundary and thereafter came and picked the 3 wickets. You could have said, we'll give it joint, but to take credit away from Kohli would be wrong. Credit away from Hardik would also be wrong because at that point in time, with 20 plus runs, 3 overs, Henrik Klassen still there, for Hardik to come and pick that wicket and close out when David Miller was batting, I thought was an extraordinary act of bravado and resilience and commitment. So if anybody went and gave it to Hardik, I would have no problems. Having said that, to say that Kohli did not deserve it is a tad harsh. Is a tad harsh. Let us agree that it was an innings, and when you think that the man knew it was his last game, irrespective of win or loss, it was his last game. To control emotion, to go out there and deliver one final time in a match-winning knock for India, I thought the man deserved this, and let's give it to him. I also want to put it on record. All of us went after Shivam Dubey and we questioned. But in the final act, those 27 runs of 16 balls, including a couple of sixes and 1 4 of the South African speedsters, made a telling difference for India. So it may not have been the stellar act, but it was definitely a good support act by Shivam Dubey. So the team management eventually was vindicated. If you take a look at that lineup, you will see why it's a collective effort. Rohit has delivered clearly with Rohit. Kohli delivered. Rishabh delivered in the early half of the tournament. Some great catches. Surya has delivered. Shivam delivered yesterday night. Hardik, let's not even talk. He's delivered as the best all rounder. Aksar was a revolution. He went to the West Indies as support act. He's coming back as rockstar. Ravindra Jadeja, not the greatest tournament, but did deliver on occasions, including that very important cameo against England. Kuldeep Yadav was stellar in every game except maybe yesterday. Jasprit Bumrah, obviously the player of the tournament, and Arshdeep Singh delivering every game. So this is what is a collective effort. Everyone made a contribution in some part of the journey or other. That's why this is a World Cup win. Had it been one like Kohli or Rohit, it would not be a World Cup win. I would finish here saying, and we can take questions from there on, that South Africa, I don't know what hit them. Lance Klusener in 99, AB de Villiers in 2015, and yesterday. How could they lose it? 27 of 28, all you needed to do was maneuver. Henrik Klaasen had played the innings of a lifetime. To blow it from there, to choke again, to choke one more time. I thought it was their game to lose, India's game to somehow hold it. India held nerve, South Africa blew it. I don't know how it happened and how they can come out of it. But the truth is, for 36 overs of the match, it was South Africa in control. For the last 4 overs of the match, they gave it away and they lost a world trophy. When they will win it again, I don't know. But they will think that this is perhaps the golden opportunity gone again after the Lance Klusener, Alan Donald brain fade of 1999.
And freaking awesome here is saying, if this was a one-sided game, this wouldn't be this emotional. What a game! What a victory for India! Rohit and Virat are the greats of the game, and they truly deserve this. This is the celebration time. Yes, absolutely. I think Ishan at one point I think was saying that there was a point in the game where you thought maybe South Africa has this. I think there was a bit of a stretch where all of us thought this has slipped away from our hands. But what a recovery! Ishan, talk about that.
Yeah, brilliant recovery, Gagi. I think it's just such a fantastic recovery. Like Boreda was saying, and everyone in those stands was wondering, this is another game, another World Cup that is slipping out of our hands. Henrik Larsson was looking extremely dangerous, and the sixes that he was hitting them out of the stadium literally. So he seemed like he's taking this game away from the Indians. He seemed like he was in the game. He meant business, and again, yeah, to like for the Indians to pull it back from that situation, it takes a team effort to do that, and I think they all came together, Gagi. So overall, a fantastic effort. Some smart cricket play by the Indians, but South Africans definitely blew it away. They had their chance and they could not see the line once again. But again, that comeback, I feel, a lot of individuals in the stands were wondering that maybe this game is actually slipping away. But
आप बोलो आप your journey.
okay.
Sorry.
Yes, no worries. Just continuing, yeah, just that wicket and those breakthroughs helped in that with that wicket of Klaasen, I think really put the brakes, and then Bumrah coming in, getting Marco Jansen bowled with the beauty that I think that just changed the whole dynamics of the game. But I think the wicket after Klaasen, where he got out, I think the South Africans maybe started thinking now it's too late. Even though they were still in that game, but Klaasen was the main aggressor of that game, and his wicket probably really dampened their spirits, Gagi.
Yeah. And a lot more questions. Kushal here is saying, I can't stop crying for both Virat and Rohit. People making emotional reels. Yeah, I'm getting all those too. And I'm like, I just tweeted actually that please stop. I haven't cried yet, but I will have a breakdown if I keep watching those. And Rahat Arafat is saying, Virat T20 legend है, वो इतना slow down नहीं करना चाहिए था. कहीं कुछ हो जाता तो पूरा मीडिया उनके पीछे पड़ जाता. कुछ नहीं होता. विराट वाज इन कंट्रोल. डिड यू मतलब अच्छे से देखो एक बार वापस जाके हाइलाइट्स में. ही वाज इन कंट्रोल. ही न्यू व्हाट ही वाज डूइंग एंड ही वाज देयर फॉर अ रीजन. ही डिड नॉट वांट टू लेट गो ऑफ हिज विकेट फ्रॉम वन एंड. नहीं तो वो अक्षर वाले रन पे भाग जाते. बट इट वाज क्वाइट क्लियर दैट अवंतिका बोल रहा था, डिड यू क्राई?
I did not cry. I was continuously in touch with Devashish, Ishan, Gargi, and the rest of the team. What to put together for you guys from morning. So that is the
You
job
took
of a
up
sports
time to
journalist. It doesn't end. For the players, it has ended. But look at these two fellows. Look at Gargi. Look at us. Look at the back end. Rahul and Rohan, who are at the back end. They went to sleep at what? 4:30, quarter to 5, and they woke up at 7. Devashish and Ishan haven't hit the bed yet. They will after this show. So for us sports journalists, the job hasn't ended. So for us, we have to churn out the pieces. We have to document this. We have to memorialize this. So no, Avantika, we haven't cried, and it's not our time to cry. It is our time to put it together because these are memories. 100 years later, people will think back to these memories and say this was a defining moment of Indian cricket, and that's our job to do. So no, 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 absolutely not cried. But yes, it feels great because you don't want. It had become a repeat habit for Devashish and me to go to a final and lose. He was there at the Oval. We were there together. We were there at the 2017 Champions Trophy. We would turn up. We would expect India to win, and we would lose, and we would come back. We were there in Adelaide. We were there in Australia. We were there everywhere. And to see this team lose was such a heartbreak. So in that sense, it is a deep, deep sense of satisfaction. It is a relief and also at some level, not simply satisfaction that finally that monkey is off our back. The 11-year curse has been redeemed. It's gone now. It's gone. I mean, India is no longer just the financial powerhouse of the world game. We are also the best team that plays this world game. And I hope that in going forward there were many more trophies to come. But again I say this. I thought there were many moments. आप विराट के बारे में बोल रहे हो कि विराट स्लो खेल रहा था, तो आप साउथ अफ्रीका के बारे में क्या बोलोगे? 27 बॉल में 28 रन चाहिए था, वहां से उन्होंने कर दिया 6 बॉल में 16, मतलब 22 बॉल में उन्होंने 11 रन मारे इन अ T20I इन द लास्ट 4 ओवर्स. इसके बारे में आप क्या कहोगे? मैच तो वहां पे हार गया साउथ अफ्रीका, विराट के इनिंग्स के वजह से नहीं, किसी के वजह से नहीं. जब आप लास्ट 4 ओवर में 6 रन नहीं बना सकते हो, 6 विकेट आपके पास है, तो आप क्या कहोगे? I thought it was South Africa that blew it and blew it royally. Whether it was pressure, whether something went through their head with Klaasen getting out when Miller was still there, I wouldn't be able to say. But the fact is, Indians believed they can, South Africans did not.
Absolutely. And I think we should. Did Devashish go all out? That's the question.
I'll answer that on his behalf. Look at the coverage, look at the photographs, look at the team hotel visuals, the South African, the Indians, look at everything, and then you tell me, did Devashish and Ishan go all out? You tell me, did Devashish go all out inside the ground? You tell us. If he's not got the medal, then I don't know who has. And Rishabh Pant added to all the drama by saying cha 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 cha.
Absolutely. But I think we should let Ishan and Devashish go. They're pretty tired. Boria hasn't slept at all either. He didn't have time to sleep or to cry. So even if he was emotional, we didn't give him any time to cry. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We'll keep talking to you guys. We'll keep giving you all the updates. If there's anything new, of course, you'll find it here at Rev Sports. Before we go, take a look at the special, very exclusive conversation with Hardik Pandya and Rohit Sharma. Take a look and enjoy and have a great day. Your first thoughts after knowing that it was your last over and on the winning side so many years later?
I mean, feels obviously very, very special. I've said it multiple times before as well. This was a dream which I wanted to win. Someone from where I come from in my life, how life has been. This is something which was always a dream, and it's the feeling which I can't describe because it has finally happened, and more so over when I know that everything came down to me at the end. Just very, very happy for the group, and finally got this.
हार्दिक, पिछले कुछ महीने हार्दिक पांड्या होना आसान नहीं था, बहुत टफ रहे आपके लिए. वहां से ये जो आपको लग रहा है कोई ऊपर वाला आपके स्क्रिप्ट लिख रहा था?
सर डेफिनेटली मैं ना बड़ा ग्रेस पे मानता हूँ सर. बड़ी सारी चीज़ें बोली गई, बड़ी सारी चीज़ें कही गई. किसी को 1% पता है नहीं हार्दिक पांड्या है कौन, लेकिन बातें सबने की है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. बट मैंने हमेशा माना है लाइफ में आप कभी मुंह से जवाब नहीं देते हैं. हालात और चीज़ें जो आप दे सकती हो। और मैंने वही जब वक्त भी मुश्किल था तब एक ही चीज़ मैंने खुद को पूरी लाइफ में आप ज़्यादा देर तक नहीं चलता है। और मैं ग्रेस में बहुत मानता हूँ। आप ग्रेसफुल रहे, हारिए जीतिए, ऊपर डाउन, अगर आप ग्रेस रखेंगे आई थिंक इट इज़ टाइम फॉर our fans or everyone else to learn as well that irrelevant क्या हो लाइफ में, एक तरीका, आई थिंक एक बेहतर तरीका भी ढूंढना पड़ेगा अपनी कंट्री में। और आई एम श्योर वो सेम लोग काफ़ी खुश होंगे। और बस बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ कहने के लिए नहीं।
मेरे को अभी किसी ने बताया भाई यू स्टार्टेड इन 2007 यू वन द वर्ल्ड कप एंड यू लीविंग द गेम विनिंग द वर्ल्ड कप, सो दैट्स अ टेलर मेड सिचुएशन फॉर मी। बेस्ट मतलब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था जब पहली बार इंडियन टीम में आया था 2007 में। पहला मेरा चैलेंज था, ऑब्वियसली मैं आयरलैंड गया था 50 ओवर के लिए, बट उसके बाद तुरंत ही हम साउथ अफ्रीका गए थे T20 वर्ल्ड कप खेलने के लिए और वहाँ पे जीते। फिर उसके बाद अभी ये तो फुल सर्कल, प्रॉपर सर्कल, सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस।
तो वो 2000 फाइनल के लास्ट ओवर में आपने एक छक्का मारे थे, दैट बिकेम वेरी वाइटल, वो अभी भी याद है?
याद है। देखो अभी हम तो उस टाइम पे इतने छोटे थे, 20 साल के थे, तो जो जैसे मैं अभी मेरे प्लेयर्स को यही बोलता हूँ कि अपना अपना जो रोल है वो करने की कोशिश करो। तो मेरा उस टाइम पे रोल था कि मैं तभी 5 या 6 नंबर पे बैटिंग करता था, तो उस टाइम पे फिनिश अच्छा करना बहुत ज़रूरी था उस टाइम पे हमारे लिए। उस टाइम पे 140 150 एक अच्छा स्कोर होता था, तो मेरे दिमाग में भी वही चल रहा था कि कैसे भी करके 150 के आसपास पहुंच जाए। एंड इवेंचुअली आई थिंक वी एंडेड अप समवेयर अराउंड दैट 150 के आसपास। तो इट वाज अगेन उस टाइम पे लर्निंग स्टेज था मेरा, सीख रहा था चीज़ें। एंड नाउ ऑब्वियसली जैसे मैंने बोला कि इट्स कम टू अ फुल सर्कल, आई अंडरस्टैंड गेम मच बेटर नाउ, having played the game for so many years, so it's been brilliant.
रोहित टेस्ट कैप्टन, वनडे कैप्टन और T20 कैप्टन, ये जरा मुश्किल है बहुत, क्योंकि हर बॉल पे बदलता जाता है।
बिल्कुल, देखो आई थिंक इट्स अ बिग चैलेंज टू प्ले ऑल 3 फॉर्मेट्स एंड लेट अलोन कैप्टनिंग इट। आई थिंक हमारे लिए भी, प्लेयर्सों के लिए भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है क्विकली अडेप्ट करना। टेस्ट मैच जब आप खेल रहे हो, आपको थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट्स पे, अपने गेम, अपने बैट्समैनशिप पे काम करना पड़ता है, ध्यान देना पड़ता है। T20 में जब आप आते हो, आपको अलग अलग तरीके के शॉट्स खेलने पड़ते हैं स्टार्टिंग से ही, क्योंकि मैं ओपन करता हूँ। तो अपना अपना एक चैलेंज है फॉर्मेट में, और ऐसा चैलेंज, ऐसा फॉर्मेट, डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट खेलने में मज़ा भी उतना ही आता है, क्योंकि एज अ स्पोर्ट्समैन व्हाट वी वांट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इज चैलेंज।
और कैप्टन
नहीं, और कैप्टन में भी ऑब्वियसली है, मतलब टेस्ट मैच में आपका प्लान सेट है, फील्ड सेट है, बॉलर्स आते हैं, काम करते हैं, एंड देन यू मूव 1 or 2 फील्डर्स हियर एंड देयर एंड यू प्लान टू अ सर्टेन बैटर कि इस बैटर को ऐसे आउट करना है। बट T20 में गेम फास्ट चलता है, आपको फील्ड प्लेसमेंट चेंज करने पड़ते हैं, बॉलर एक ओवर डाल के फिर दूसरे बॉलर को लाना पड़ता है। तो मज़ेदार फॉर्मेट है तीनों फॉर्मेट, और मैंने सर्टेनली अपने तीनों फॉर्मेट में इस चीज़ का काफ़ी इंजॉय किया है, कैप्टनसी करना, बैटिंग करना, तो इट्स बीन ग्रेट।